So everybody's out there seeking for an answer to the human conundrum. It's communism. No, it's capitalism that's at fault. It's this, it's that, it's the other. What form of society shall we live together? Where's the peace to be found? Well, people, the sad thing is, we've actually lost that way of life a long, long time ago, and it's basically it's asking us to look back to our very, very earliest ancestors. We have not adapted to the quick change in evolution from hunter-gatherer societies to our modern, agricultural, technical, industrial lifestyles. We just cannot find a proper way of adapting to that development that we have achieved with our ridiculous way of inventing things, right? With our success story. But yeah, you have a listen. If you're looking for the utopian society and you can't find it and you don't know where to look and you think it's socialism, it's this, it's that, it's the other, it's republic, it's democracy, woohoo. Pay attention to this.
The Jumasi, on the other hand, are able somehow out of this seemingly desolate place to pluck out 130 or so different plant species. They're able to hunt 15 or 20 animal species. They are so skilled and so attuned to that environment that they are able to do so on the basis of really a marginal amount of effort.
I hope to God the well doesn't mind me pinching a bit of this, but it serves to illustrate my point.
Even in the toughest times of year, you're looking at not spending more than 4 or 5 hours a day on the food quest. And you're looking at the best times of year, people are able to simply pluck things. It's almost a bit like a magical kind of 7-Eleven. Now, of course, it sounds a little bit idyllic, and hunter-gatherers went through intensely difficult times, periods of climatic change. But for the most part, living off the land seemed a very straightforward way of making a living, and we are supremely adapted to making a living as hunters and gatherers. Hunter-gatherer societies, they're typically highly egalitarian. Richard Lee, an anthropologist who worked with the Jumasi, he used the word fiercely egalitarian, and I haven't found a better way to describe it. There are no hierarchies whatsoever. Age does not convey any authority to anybody. Gender does not convey any authority to anybody. It's incredibly open and tolerant. People don't force things on children. But they also realize that there's an instinct, in particular, they say, not among women, but among men. Young men who go out hunting and they bring in their first big animal, they'll strut in and show off. They'll say that potentially risks upsetting the egalitarian balance that makes the society function. Rather than praise a successful hunter, they mock them.
Well, I'll be damned, eh? Listen to this.
Somebody shows up if they've killed a giraffe, which is something huge and it's enough to feed everybody for ages and the meat's drying from the branches. They'll say, this giraffe, this bit of a scrawny giraffe, and it stinks a little bit. And there's this great ritual of humility and insult that goes on. And the hunter will be expected to behave with great humility. And the way it was described by one man, he said, we use it to gentle young men's hearts. To enable leadership to be based purely on context and competence, voluntarily given and voluntarily accepted. Resources were shared openly and evenly and done through a system of demand sharing. In the system of demand sharing, it is in the right of pretty much anybody to go and ask anybody else for a share of what they have. And it is considered extremely rude to turn that person down under any circumstances. It stops any kind of authority. This enabled food and resources to flow very evenly and very quickly through society. The truth is now, very few zoologists, in fact no zoologist or ecologist, will think of an ecosystem as governed by competition. Instead, we'll be governed by webs of intricate engagements, some of which are cooperative, some of which are less. This idea that nature is a constant competition for life is nonsense.
Well, there you have it. I'll leave the link below. And I think that will answer many a question